1st July, 8:30. So it's week 27, and now the plants are in what you call booting phase. So within 10 days, almost all of these rice field would be uh, booting out or has booted. So that's within 10 days. Huh, something strange. I didn't see this last week. So the reason for the yellow tips is the rice. The rice paddies, the water needs to be dried. The roots are rotting, so it's important to cycle the water. It's one of those things that I'm planning to do, manage water, and to make sure that when it's time for the rice field to drain out, it will be drained out automatically someday. Hoping to implement that the next couple of years. Just need to wait for budgeting, because it's a lot of computerized system that I have in mind. So our neighbor here, since last week, well, sadly there seems to be more weeds than rice. So there quite a bit has booted out. So these are 640, RC 640. And they have plenty of tellers. Now, curiously, but this week is the entire 7 days, so I am not seeing them booting out on this part. Oh, actually, I'm wrong. I'm mistaken. So once they boot out, they'll start to boot out. There's no stopping them. There's something about maybe it's just my perception. Too crowded. Just I don't like the look of the yellow tips, because the reason for the flag leaf is to make sure all of the seeds are filled up, and by taking nutrients and in the sunlight, and if the flag leaf are impacted like this, it will impact the yield. It is a curiosity that this rice field, I mean, if I look at our neighbor, they don't have red leaf tips. It seems like we're the only one that has it. Strange. This part of the plots, there's more of them booting out. So basically this would be week 0, and then count plus 6 weeks, so it would be week 32. That would be the harvesting. First to second week, August. So the 0060 and urea were broadcasted last week. Arvin was planning to broadcast it this week, and I said no, should be done 40 to 45. So it should be done earlier. However, this happened, so it's good. They did it on time. Because if they broadcast it now, some of them are on the flowering stage, although at this point they shouldn't be disturbed. So I'm just curious why the tips of the leaf are red. Because some part are not flooded. So maybe it's the type of seedling we used. Here in Laos, the plants also have red tips. So two different locations means that this is part of the plant's DNA. So I don't get it. First time I've had a plant like this. Typically when they would have red tips, it would be some sort of a disease or infestation. So two different locations exhibiting the same symptoms of red leaf tips. So I don't get it, not yet at least. So this is RC640, this part. They should be booting out next week. So this is Macho 600. I don't know if they will have red tip leaves either, so we'll see how, although they don't seem to have that DNA. We'll see. I mean, it's early in the week yet. So this is Mormon. Their booting phase should be either this week or no, actually they're booting, so it's this week. So they're booting once he's. Now I can't remember what breed this is. However, they're not, well, some has yellow tips. This one over there, they're weeds. So I have to figure out what breed this is. I forgot already. So it doesn't generally have red tips leaves. So I think this might be Macho 600. So these are Macho 600 and they've already booted out. And generally speaking, they don't have red tip leaves. So I mean, there are some red, but not as bad as the one in Munoz and Laos. So what does it mean really? Is it really the water ponding too long? I don't know. Gotta ask the seller what the hay. So this is Bilia. We planted triple twos and 640. It's a mixed bread. We planted whatever. I dropped wire from here to the submer. So it's the way it is. The area that was planted here is less than 3 hectare. We just simply ran out of time and ran out of budget. So next go around we'll plan to land manage the 5 hectare. So for the moment we only planted about 2.6 hectare here, around 3, let's just say. So the challenge right now is funding the diesel fuel to irrigate the rice field. It hasn't been raining. Sadly, most of the rain is in China, and I feel so sad for the people there. They're just inundated with liquid. I was reading the some data about a river of rain up in the clouds, and it's just dumping them in the land of China. So I feel their pain and their suffering. Now, wish the Lord would send some of that clouds over here so we can have water. So this land is north of the house, Amianan. So they are at the last panicle initiation. They're getting ready to boot next week probably, or 2 more weeks. Some of the land were planted early, some were planted late, so we'll see how it goes. So they're getting ready to boot. Some parts are already booting. So that's a challenge with rice. They don't all boot at the same time. Wish they do, but they don't. Oh well. There are far too many weeds. It's hard to manage them. Later on they're going to manually just go and cut the weeds out, the top portion. Because if you start going down to the bottom of the weeds, you start to disturb the rice, so just cut off the top instead of diving into the root system. So if one wants to pull the weeds, you'll pull the rice along with the weeds, so they just cut off the top. I don't understand why these weren't transplanted. Guess they're just too busy. So this part, they're booting. They started booting last week. This part is booting. Let's see. Yellow, red. No, yellow. Well, yeah, turning into red tips. I have to ask, what's going on with this seedling? That's the challenge with growing rice. I have to do an AT on what this is. Why yellowish, reddish tips? although the hill are lots of dollars. So although some of them are not, well, actually they're just beginning to boot. It has that look. It's just getting ready to bear out the panicle. Thanks for watching.